Welcome to Jams.
I'm Jabria.
And I'm Spring.
And we are Two Short Girls with Tall Girl Energy.
TSG, TGE, coming to the jams with
What's up, Jammers? We are back with another
Video!
Yes, sir.
And before we get started, we're going to do random 3 with TSG. And that's where we answer 3 random questions. Shake it up. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
What's this one?
Come on.
Woo! What's the longest time you'll be in a relationship before you get married?
2 weeks.
Inside.
Oh,
Maybe
the longest
relationship
before I get married. So that includes engagement and all that stuff.
probably like 3.
I would say 3.
3 years? 3 years. Been in a relationship for 2. Well, I don't want to be engaged for that long. I'll take that back.
Sure.
So
I'll go
3.5.
I'll go 3.
Wait, 2.5.
They gives you every season. I want to be with someone every season. People change.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do for sure 5 is too long. So for sure, for sure 5 is too long. 3 is the cusp. So I'll go 3 to 5.
I'm definitely gonna say 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe that blood is thicker than water?
Ooh,
That's bad.
No, I don't. Because you can meet somebody and they could not even be related to you and legitimately be closer to you than any of your, closest family. Like it just, I don't know.
No.
I don't think it is.
I feel that way too. I don't believe blood's thicker than water, and I don't like the fact that because you're blood, you feel like y'all have to love or be around that person. Like even if it's your mama, like just because she birthed you, if she toxic and all she does is cause stress and just hurt or harm or like.
Yeah. And when your parents hit you with the honor thy father and thy mother, so that your days may be long upon the land, you can honor them and you can respect them from afar.
Right.
It's possible.
I can honor you without talking to you. And this ain't got nothing to do with my mom. Like,
yeah, no.
But I'm just,
just in general. For those of you who have parents who probably would have been better off.
Cousins, whatever. Like, don't let them hold that over you.
Yeah, facts. When people invite you out, do you actually want to go? No.
But I want to be invited.
I want to be invited. I want to know that you thought about me.
I have FOMO.
That's so cute. Yeah.
I have fear of missing out so bad. So when I see people out doing things without me, I'm like, dang, you didn't even invite me.
See, now I be feeling like that when she be going places and like,
who go you? I ain't been going nowhere.
I mean, like in her life, like. Before we moved here, she was always. It's so crazy because we kind of like switched now.
Bam, we switched heavy.
We really did.
I feel trapped.
I don't be out there much though.
But no, I do. I fear missing out. Now, I just want you to ask me. I ain't gotta go. I probably it's a picture going around saying, "Don't feel bad if you have to cancel on me, because I'm just go to sleep. I'm gonna take a nap."
Because I wasn't coming anyway.
I think that's what it's like. I wasn't going or something like that. That rests with my soul so much because I know people stop asking because you always say no. But I'm like, please, but ask me. Like,
but you're not coming.
Because eventually I'm gonna say yes and go.
I've learned to start saying yes to things. Like you can't always say no or always be in the house. You gotta go for it.
No. I wanted to start saying no. A lot of times, even if I didn't want to go, I would say yes, and then like find a way not to go. So I've been learning to just be like, no, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
without giving an explanation, you don't have to explain yourself.
I haven't worked on that part yet. I ain't got that part yet. I'm still working on it. And that was Random 3 with TSG. Feel free to always put your answers in the comments.
Yes, we want to see them. We want to read them. Let us know what you think.
Yes. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the bell so you can get whenever we are posting.
All right. So today's topic,
we're unpacking some things today, guys.
Is fear.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we are in October, and we're not talking about surface level fears. We are talking about deep rooted fears for the both of us.
Yes, sir. we started with, I was gonna say this, we started with surface level.
Yeah, we did.
And it was good. You know, we're gonna give you the surface level fears of, you know, but the deeper ones are just,
it's just more juicy.
I just like, you see the art
for better content.
Our energy is even different. Like,
yeah,
we're more like excited and enthusiastic about it. Is that the word?
I think so. more like anxious.
Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll start. We'll start mine or yours. Sure.
Okay. Right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Star Wars. All right. Oh no, I'll start mine. Because mine, I feel like mine kind of leads in.
Okay.
Okay. One of my fears of that I struggle with was fear of rejection. And it's not even the fact, and I was telling her, I was saying, I'm not scared of someone telling me no. One, I don't like it. I don't like being told no. I'm not spoiled. I'm not scared of someone saying no. You know, they say it in the right way of like, no. It's the, before I even ask you the question, I'm freaking out. Yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm overthinking all the endless possibilities that of you just saying no. Like, ultimately, you could just say no, but my brain is like, okay, is it even working? Like, I'm freaking out just that part.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask the question yet. Like, I'm freaking out that you could say yes, and I'm still freaking out because it's like, oh my goodness, they're gonna reject whatever I gotta say. So sometimes I don't ask it. Sometimes I do ask it. Like, it'll stop you from a lot of opportunities.
Oh yeah.
But I also think because I had that fear, I'm a lot braver. I'm more brave. Is that the word?
Yeah. I mean, she is.
Like, I'm bolder. I don't know. Like, I'm
bold. Bold is good.
Okay, I'm bolder. I'm more willing to. The reason why I ask a lot of questions or I do things just like, girl, why would you do that? Is because I know I'm scared, so I do it. So that's why. So a lot of times it's like if I'm really, really scared or anxious or like have that fear, I tend to just do it because I'm trying to fight against it. So in order for me to fight against it, I have to. That's the only reason why. Like, yeah, I do. I have to. Like, I have to because I don't want fear of rejection. Like, I don't want to have it. So I'm always like, okay, I'm scared, so let me do it. Oh, this scares me, so let me do it. Oh, this scares me, let me do it. Like, yeah. I mean, I like the outcomes, but I just have to because I don't like.
She didn't tackle some things.
Being scared ain't it, so
it's not. But to me, you know. Well, I think let me comment on her fear of rejection first. In all honesty, I completely understand where she's coming from with her fear and like where she's at mentally while it's happening. Like I can get that. Y'all will hear it in a second. But yes, your fears are valid.
I think that's why I'm pushing you. So like
she do, and I'll be like, no, I'm not you.
My thing is like I feel like I always push people to be like, you know, speak out or be a little bolder because I that's like my big fear. And so because I fight it and I always like, you know, have to fight it, it's just like I I'd be like, y'all gotta fight it.
She be what's the word for
Yeah,
it?
I just make people
What is the word for it? I can't think of the word, but she be doing it.
impulsive. What I be doing?
No, you be,
pushing.
no, it ain't my What's the word? What is the word? I can't think of it now.
Describe
it's like
it.
when you be pushing your feet, like your feelings and like feelings and stuff on other people.
Like projecting.
Yeah. she be projecting her bravery on me.
I just know
expecting
that
me to be brave too. Like
you'll feel better knowing the outcome.
No, I won't. Sincerely. Respectfully, I will not. Okay.
Because literally in your head, you like, let's say the outcome is like, there's 3 outcomes. Like they're gonna say yes, no, let's talk about it, let's figure it out, right? In your brain, you came up with 50 different things this person is gonna say. And it could be as simple as asking your mama, can you go get some ice cream? That's where it really started, was when we was going to our cousin's house, we went to your cousin's house, and your mama already said no, so they go to your cousins and be like, hey, go ask mama for me, because you were scared of rejection. You didn't want your mama to reject you.
Yeah, go ask my mama, she'll tell you yes.
you knew your mama was not going to reject your cousins, or they was going to let them down nicer. So if you would have asked, mama would be like, didn't I tell you no already? Because she would tell us no before we got the car. So you got to have that one day with your cousins, be like, hey, she ain't gonna say no to you. I'm gonna go ask your mama. You know what I mean? So I think that's where it probably started for me.
I don't know where. I really don't know where it started for me. That's weird. Okay, but so yes, fear of rejection, and over here on this side of the unbravery spectrum, fear of the unknown. Just anxiety of
not
the like stuff that hasn't happened yet. Like I don't know what it is, y'all.
It's frustrating. That is one of the most frustrating fears to have, because I understand, like I have it a little bit, like I get it, but when it's like when someone else has it,
she be like, just do it. I'm like, literally, y'all. Okay, so like, let me just throw a scenario out there. Say, me trying to think of a scenario that has never happened. Let's just put a real life scenario out there. Right. So say I have to have a legitimate conversation with somebody, right? Okay. And it's an important conversation, okay? A super important conversation.
What's it about? This is an important conversation.
It's just
I was in real life. Okay. Serious conversation.
Surface real life. Okay. So it's an important conversation to me, and I believe I need to have the conversation in order for like things to move forward, right?
Right.
In my head, I'm thinking 50 different ways the conversation can go, and all of them are bad. So
yes, that's like sometimes I think of sorry to cut you off. We think of all of the worst ones. It's like, can you at least give me one good one? I've seen it online, and so I try to think like, what's the like? You never think of like, what they say yes? Like, how would they say yes? I could never imagine them saying yes, or like something.
Because you expect the worst and you hope for the best. I don't be hoping for nothing, baby. I expect the worst at everything. Okay, like because if the best does happen, I'd be like, but if the worst happened, I'm like, I knew it. So, like anyway.
That's wild. You should start expecting the best.
A word, but I ain't gonna do it. So like, okay, say I'm maybe like 5 days away from having this conversation with somebody, right? I can't sleep, I'm like, sleep. I don't really have an appetite, I'm nauseous and like sweaty and just like overanalyzing everything. I mean everything. Like it could just be a simple text message. What did you mean? Like
hers manifests in the worst way, because it's like she'll do all this and then she'll just take the biggest risk of her life, and it just be like, bam, that's not what we talked about. Like she aborts mission on everything. We make plans to just make sure everything goes smooth. And she's like, no, like we gotta give a scenario. We gotta I can understand. So let's say Rebecca cheated, right? And Rebecca has to tell her man she cheated. We'll sit there and be like, Rebecca, you're gonna meet him in person. You're gonna explain, what happened, what led up to it, and then you just gonna let them know. Rebecca be like, text message, I cheated. The bonus comes out of left field.
It comes out of fear
It'd be
that if I don't do it, I'll never do it. So like,
it be hitting hard.
And I'm not Rebecca, y'all.
Nah, no, like she ain't Rebecca, but like that's just an example that I was trying to give.
That's what I be doing
of how it be hitting that hard. Yeah,
that's what I be doing. So like, yes. So in the scenario that I was giving earlier,
I haven't got this scenario, so I have to switch my own.
That's all right.
Telling some information.
Yeah, having a conversation. So like,
I forgot.
Leading up to actually asking to have the conversation, I didn't even want to ask, right? And she was like, just do it. And, like, let's just sit down and you type out what you're going to say. Right?
I said, go in the notes. Open notes.
I was in the text messages already.
I said, open notes. And first of all, I said, open notes in the phone.
I didn't hear her say open notes.
Lies. Okay, because we were supposed to write a song was the first thing I said. The second thing,
I wrote the song.
She wrote the song. Then it was like, open the notes. So we was like, we're going to put everything out, and then you can just pick and choose what you actually want to say instead of saying everything crazy. Girl said, text message. She
was like, did you?
I was like,
y'all.
What's the point? Why did you even have this conversation?
So I think my fear, like, it manifests itself so much to the point where it like, I don't want to say like it overtakes me, but like, I'm like, I just need to do it now. Like, I need to do it now. I get to the point where I'm like, I need to do it now. I need to do it now. Because if I don't do it, my brain's going to find a way to never do it. So it's just like, do it now.
It's kind of like when you skydiving.
Do it now. Like, it was just like.
Impulsive.
Yep.
It's kind of like when you skydiving, you're like, okay, I'm just going to go first. But when you get up there, it's like, I got to go first because I can't wait. Like, I can't watch. That's me whenever I have like a class project or presentation or speak. Mm-hmm. I'm always going to ask to speak first. If I'm presenting something, I remember I'd be like, can I go first? I always go because it's like I set the bar for myself. So everyone else has to follow after me. Like I don't have to worry about where the level of the bar is. Like when I go, there's no bar. There's nothing I have to meet. Mm-hmm. I literally just go. Mm-hmm. I be scared, but I'm my own bar. Mm-hmm. So then once I leave, everybody else be like, if I do good, then that ain't like, God dang. Like I'd be like, and then when they get up there, I'd be like, or sometimes people say something, and I'd be like, dang, I'd be wanting to add it, or I'm like, dang, I should have said this. Mm-hmm. And so then now my speech is messed up because I'm like, oh, I should have. Mm-hmm. So if I go first, then it's like, dang, I should have said it, but oh well, too late.
See, while she's thinking about going first, I'm in the back of the classroom thinking about the teacher asking, like before class even starts and we're doing the bell ringer, I'm thinking about the teacher's gonna ask who's gonna go first. Am I gonna say yes? And then my group gets to the point and everybody's like, no, go. Can we go first? Like yeah. That's always been me. Just like if I don't do it, I'm never gonna do it.
So the fact that I like to go first, but like people like that do that, I'd be like, but we didn't even talk about it.
And then my whole group hates me, but then like I did most of the work in the group anyway, so it's like hate me if you want to because I'm getting us a good grade.
No,
and then I get to show the teacher that like I did what I was supposed to do, and then the rest of them will be like mumbling like, yeah, I wrote that part. You read it. But yeah,
I have to be bold because sitting in that state of like the unknown is so much for me that it's like
overwhelming.
I might as well just do it. You know what I mean? Like it gets so uncomfortable to us where it's like me asking or doing whatever I need to do, being bold is less stressful than me sitting in the unknown. Like it gets so uncomfortable. It's like forget it. Okay, do you
see that? I think that's what happens. My body is just so uncomfortable with me feeling because literally, y'all, like it manifests itself physically. Like I get nauseous, my body gets hot. Like,
but it'd be wild. Like you don't even get the words we say. It's like
and then I just gotta do it. Like,
but I mean, the plans don't even be. You know what I mean? It'd be like
it don't. My brain just be like, baby, just do it.
Let me have well thought out sentences.
We really did.
Like slang.
We really did. We really did. And my brain was like elementary. My brain said middle school.
Like I was like, excuse me, boss. I really feel like I saw that the whatever it is. I feel like I need a raise because so and so. And then her brain just be like, so you trying to give me this raise or not? Like, it'd be like, whoa.
My brain would be like, I've been here for 6 years and you ain't give no.
it'd be so. I'm like, is this her? Is this the same? That'd be wild to me. That'd be wild.
I don't be knowing. Like, it just, like I said, if I don't do it, I'll never do it. So yeah, I don't know where, and I honestly, I really have no clue where that came from or when it like first started. Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I've always had I don't think I knew it was a fear of rejection until I got older, and then I was able to put on like, because even as a kid, I would be scared to ask to go outside. I'll be scared to ask to do anything, like literally to do anything. I would be so scared. And typically, my mom always said yes. So that was weird thing is she rarely said no unless it was like, did you do what I say to do? No, okay, then no. But it was always like I would literally just walk in her room and just kind of stand by her bed, like until she kind of she's aware that I'm there, and then she go, "What you want?" Nothing. Jabril, what do you want? Nothing. I just what you doing? Knowing she sleep, but I'll be so scared. But I don't know where that came from because she wasn't overly strict. It wasn't like it wasn't always no. I don't know. And then I was like, well, my dad left. So then does it stem from like as a little kid that I feel rejected that, my dad left, you know what I mean? And went to other people and they had kids. So it could have stemmed from there. I don't know. I have no idea where it stemmed from. But as an adult, I now know, okay, I've had this fear since I was a kid, but I've always combated it with being people like, oh, you're bold, or I just kind of walk up to people and talk to people like different things is because I'm like constantly fighting it. I'm constantly fighting.
And that's so crazy to hear too, because like if anyone meets me and I have to like talk about her, I'll be like, oh yeah, she's the extroverted one. When in reality, she's just a brave introvert. Like, like she's a terrified but brave introvert.
I am shy. You know what's weird? Like if I'm in a room with people, I will sit there like this. I ain't talking to no shit. Freaking shy. I ain't talking to nobody. I would just want someone to sit there and be like, hey, how are you? But you like me being the initiator would not do it.
I've seen her do it multiple times.
I have to like
be honest. Well, like
build like the person seems like friendly. Or guys, I'm typically not as intimidated by guys. So that's easier for me.
I don't know where she gets that from. I don't understand it. I
remember we had a gathering in my friend's house, and I wasn't the host, but I was kind of like the second host because it's her house and stuff. And I was there, and I felt bad because I was really just like trying the worst host. I was like, please get here, please, because that was talking to themselves. Like they just asked me for a little, like where's the cutting board? Where's the scissors and knives like that? I said, this is where everything is. And I was like, y'all good? I didn't have no conversation. They literally talked to themselves. I was like, I was like, it was too much pressure. It was, I'm not. If you can't open up first, your girl is socially awkward. Socially awkward. I am so awkward and shy.
I know for the people who know Bria, y'all like, what? Like, y'all
when I say that, everybody's like,
okay. because it's like, we don't see the internal battle that's going on. And so I guess that's why.
You seen Inside Out? You know when they were like, it was like the movie and they're like, it's a girl. They're like running around. Literally, when I meet new people, my brain is like, there's a person. And I'm like, hi, how are you? And if you're dry, just please don't talk to me because it's just hard.
Tragic. Mm-hmm. Personally, I'm an only child, so like my social skills only came from my parents. So, specifically my mom for the most part. Like she was a stay-at-home mom for a minute, so she raised me, and so it was just me and her. And so even when I had to be around like other children my age, mentally I was just grown. Like I didn't want to be there. Like, why am I here? I don't want to do this. Like it just already the attitude was forming, like it was just one of those things where it's like I talk to myself. Only children understand. Don't think I'm crazy, but I talk to myself internally. So I thought she side-eyed me for a second. No. But I talk to myself so much internally.
I'm like people with siblings, we do that too.
Yeah,
I did a lot of practice with dogs a lot. It was a way for me to like.
But it's worse when you legitimately don't have any other person your age or a little bit older around to grow up around. Now I did once I got a little bit older. Like I've grown up with cousins and things like that, but they weren't like in the home type thing until later. But I think because I was always so in my head about everything and never really having to like, I talked a lot, but like you can ask my mama, I talked a lot according to her, but she was just like, when it came to other kids, you're just very shy, and you didn't really like make friends, and you still didn't really make friends.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. I couldn't control my face.
She be trying. Didn't really make friends. I mean, of course, now that I've gotten older, trying to get out of that, but didn't really make friends. I still don't do that, to be honest. Like if we are to go out into a public setting,
who has more friends than you down here? Right.
But that doesn't count.
Why not? Why not? Outside of like the group of friends, like that one group of friends, you've made multiple other friends too.
But
child play.
I don't think that counts. No. It doesn't count. She playing.
She met more people. I'll put that way.
Okay, yeah, I had to because I was down here legitimately. If y'all watched episode 1, link to episode 1 somewhere. But if you watched episode 1, I was down here for 3 months by myself. So that put me in, like I said, Depression Kitty was sitting on my chest. So like I had to, once again, fear of the unknown. If I don't do it, I'm gonna never do it. So like I had to just jump out there and go do random stuff that I would never do just to high key, because a lot of things have transpired that I was just like, is this my life because I'm impulsive now? Like I don't know how to take this, but yeah, I don't know. I think being an only kid and being in my head all the time and never like, I don't know, like adults were always just like a big looming thing for me, and so I didn't ask questions. I didn't like really question anything. I hated school because like I didn't want to, if I wasn't good at something, I wasn't gonna tell anybody I wasn't good at it. Like like it just, I remember my mom used to like beat me over the head because she was like, just ask questions. Why are you not asking questions if you don't get it? And I'm like, but no, shout out to my mama for pushing me. Just like Bria, to be brave and to go ahead and just do it. And that literally got me through a lot of my life, to be honest. So
I also want to apologize to everyone who I pushed, motivatedly encouraged to be bold.
Baby, because you be putting us in situations that we don't want to be in. I'm trying to apologize for it.
I was fast enough for it.
I just had to get that out.
A couple came in my head. I was like, I just want to apologize for
because that conversation is still pending.
Encouraging you, because it's not just you. There's a few people out there the courage to be bold, and the outcome was not pleasurable. But I will say, okay, you know, you're welcome. In your case, you eventually know you're welcome. But for the rest of y'all, you know, you're welcome. It might not be what you wanted, but you would have been wondering. Now you ain't gotta wonder because you already know.
Okay, so in y'all's case, I'm still wondering.
Anyway, you're welcome.
No,
because honestly, she's not worried about that one thing. Now she has something completely different to worry about. So you're welcome. That part is over.
Is it okay? It's all I'm saying.
It's the same issue.
It's the fear of the unknown. It's a blanket. We're just gonna flap that thing over the problem. Like, anyway.
I'm just here to peel it back little by little. That's just
yeah. She's trying to help, but at this point, I've created a motto for myself, and it's from Finding Nemo. You know, the whole shark bait. That's my motto. And before I get ready to do something impulsive, like I just gotta say it. Lucky, if I gotta say it in my head, I'll say it. It's just a weird little thing for some reason that helps.
It was cool, do it. But now it makes me nervous. Because like, what you about to do? Why are you shark baiting? What's the hoo ha ha for? You know what I mean? Like what we talked about don't need all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
We ain't ready for the shark bait. Because it be coming at the wrong time. That's what makes me nervous. It's like, we're not at the stage yet. We're not at the shark bait stage. Like, why is the chant starting? We're not here yet.
I don't know. I think it's my fear of the unknown has produced another problem, which is impulsivity. Because
man,
sometimes I haven't found a balance yet, because like she said, the impulsivity be coming at the wrong times. Like,
I would say especially you have fear of the unknown. I think fear of the unknown kicks in with me with stuff like childbirth. Because I have no way of knowing what that feels like. That it like in the back of my head, I'd be like, ooh, pregnant. A human is inside of me. I have to get that. Like, that's all fine. But it was like, I have to get this human out of me. I have to get this human out of me. Like,
see, she worries about normal things. I worry about like just stuff that should not be that hard. It should not be that hard. And for some reason, my brain makes it like rocket science. Like,
she be like, I'm gonna go to dinner. But should I go to dinner? Girl, go to dinner. Go eat.
Like, but what happens if on the way to dinner, like, I get in a car accident? It's just like, and in my, for some reason, I don't know why. I have an overactive, I think that's what it is. I have an overactive imagination.
Overly. Like, you want to have imagination, but it be so over that it's like, babes. Get your shit together. It'd be like, babes, can we go back to let's think like the one worst thing, one good thing. You know what I mean?
She stay trying to tell me that, and I be like,
she be so over that it's like, let me get a fishing pole and reel her in. Like, let her be out in the deep, and I don't know if she can swim. You know what I mean? I'll be like, okay.
And Kate.
Like, you is not Michael Phelps. Come back.
And Kate.
Girl, act like she ain't shark bait. Ooh, ha ha. She's a shark bait.
Look here. Like I said, the impulsivity comes at the worst of times. It was the worst of times. The most
like,
random of times.
I'm gonna jump off this plane without a parachute.
Okay, scenario. If we were to actually go skydiving, I don't know if we're actually gonna do this.
I want to go skydiving, but I really feel like if I'm not the first one out, I'm not jumping.
See, meanwhile, while she's saying she's gonna be the first one out, while the instructor is speaking and going back over the things that I've already heard the first time. What?
She gone, baby.
All you gonna hear is
like, it freaks me out, y'all. Like, she's a a missile ready to go at any moment. A little cannon, okay? At any moment, she had already flicked the flame on the cannon. And we still talking about we want to use a match or a lighter. She had already lighted it up. Like, it's crazy. Fear would have you out here doing some crazy stuff.
Wild things, bro.
It have you out here doing some crazy stuff. Woo! Like, I'm bold, but Fear have you out here
doing things I never did before.
Booty butt naked on the side of the street. Like, why is she doing this?
Look,
I was scared. Like,
impulsivity. That is a whole.
We're gonna get it together.
Yeah, I'm just
serious.
We try. It's a work in progress. Okay.
This is very therapeutic. You know, we can't afford therapy, so you just gotta talk it out on the internet.
And y'all are just watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We appreciate y'all for watching. Do we have any advice?
Don't let fear drive your life. I actually divorced Fear last year. Yes. I do. I have a divorce. It's like a whole divorce paper. It's like Jabir Miles, am divorced and on this day. Yeah, it was a class I was in, so they made us print it out. But either way, you have to divorce Fear, and then it has these statements of like why, like these are the reasons why me and Fear have to get divorced. And it's like all these abusive things that Fear did to me. And so I ain't gonna show you. It's so good. And so it's like I would not. So that's why I said when I said I have fear of rejection, I said I'm working on it. I used to have fear of rejection. Like I don't like to say I have it anymore, even though I was saying like I don't like to actually say it, just because me and him divorced, so it was a has been. Okay. Used to be
an ex.
Was I even with you? Not really. You know what I mean? Like, divorced you, but I'm not gonna claim our marriage. So it's one of those things. But yeah, so if you have a fear, first recognize it and then figure out what the opposite of that fear is. So, scripture says that God does not give us the power of fear. And so I'm like, okay, so I know I shouldn't be scared. I also know that it's just a hindrance. Mm-hmm. And then I recently heard someone say, what's the best thing that could happen and what's the worst? And so a lot of things, I think as kids, a lot of times people were harsher. There's probably a lot of fears started as kids when it comes to like unknown or rejection and that. It's because if you ask you like, you like me, chicken snow? And they be like, I don't like your ugly self. Like, you are so mean. Cruel. So mean. And so as an adult, some of that like hurt of them, being called ugly or fat, like is still on there. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, he gonna be rude or she gonna be rude. And they just be like, no, but it's okay. Like, it's like, oh, this is so, well, I freak it out. You know what I mean? It's just, so yeah, the worst fear and move on with your life.
Meanwhile, while she's divorced.
But not the fight and fight fear. Like, that's wisdom. That's
fight or flight. Fight or flight.
Yeah, like when you like, it's a dark alley with a person with a knife. And like, you know what I mean? Like that's the wisdom knowing not to go down that alley. Don't be like, I ain't got no fear. You like,
yeah, no.
Right.
God does not call us to be
right. Like, just watch out for those fears. Serious.
But like I said, meanwhile, while she's divorced, her fear, I am married and we have a baby called impulsivity, and we're soon to be separated. So
they're about to go to court soon.
Yeah,
I don't get full custody.
We'll see. Because I kind of like my baby right now. You know, we'll see when they get a little bit older. I might want to give them to their daddy or whatever. But
he get full custody because she can't fully support impulse. What's it called? Impulsivity. Yes, she can't support it. I can't support it. It sounds so bad when you put it in terms of like a kid. But honestly, it's like the kid and the daddy gotta go. It was his kid when they got married.
It's a bonus kid.
There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't my responsibility in the first place. Ooh, that's trash.
Dang. We're gonna not talk about it as kids. It sounds so bad. It sounds so bad.
Okay, maybe not a child, but I had myself a little side piece called impulse.
His friend. We'll say like a not like you're dating the friend, but just like the nagging friend that be trying to be in the relationship.
was like, when I said side piece, and you said his friend. I'm like, God, no. Talk about it.
But you know what I mean? Like the person that just be, I don't want to. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I don't want to be that friend. Like if she get married, and I just be like,
and I'm a litter.
Why he say that?
And I'm a litter. But a girl.
But I also feel like I be like, now spring, you know you're wrong.
You know what I mean? That's when she gonna be like, I'm gonna get out my house. Like, I'm not gonna let you. Like, like don't be.
So I'm gonna check your marriage if you're wrong.
She is. I just
because I need y'all to check mine. Check mine. No, don't be checking mine. I want. If I'm wrong, let me be wrong.
Exactly. Because she will fight you to
let me be wrong.
I feel like we have gone over time.
Probably. I'm gonna cut it out anyway.
Okay.
No matter.
This is the good old.
You give her advice?
Oh, I didn't get mine.
Oh, okay.
So for those of you who are dealing with anything, that I said in this video that resonated, I just want to let y'all know that whatever the outcome may be, whether it be good or bad, it's an outcome. Like it's going to happen. But it's never going to happen if you don't do it. So, like, you have to do it. Now, don't be shark bait, hoo-ha-ha, and like me at the wrong times. Just pick a logical time and a reasonable time to make your decision to go ahead and force yourself to do it. And I promise you won't be that bad.
Yeah. That's so good, yeah. Don't let that rest on you.
Don't because it's trash. Okay, it starts to mess with you physically, and we don't want that for y'all. So
expect that you deserve better, and that you deserve every positive outcome. And just because a no's ain't always negative.
True.
It could really be a positive no. It's like, you know what? This just wasn't gonna work, or this just isn't for me. Okay, great. Now that I know, I'm not gonna waste my time. I can now go do other things. You wasting your time because you're so scared. Just move on. So good. So good.
She's still talking to me. I'm like, this still
oh wait, I wasn't talking in that part.
Okay, I was like,
it just came to my soul.
It hit my soul. When it resonated though. So it was for me.
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, it was for both of us.
Killing old wounds.
Anyway, y'all.
Love you. Thank y'all for jamming with us.
We appreciate it. We love y'all. Thank you for participating in National Accountability.
Yes.
We will see y'all in the next video.
Bye.
TSG, TGE, you are watching two best friends on the TV.